Hello and welcome to the next matchup in the No BS Beauty Super Bowl of toners, or the Toner Super Bowl as we like to call it. Coming to you from the frigid Minnesota tundra, I've got the Klairs Supple Preparation Fragrance Free Toner, and they are going against rival Clinique with their Moisture Surge Hydrating Lotion. And this matchup is going to be an interesting one because they share a lot of common traits. They're both toners kind of, but more like an essence. Like, you don't really want to use a cotton pad so much with these, and I'll talk about those more in ease of use. But let me say really quick, I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com, check out my Patreon community, or click on the Amazon link below. Okay, so let me just get right off to it with my first criteria, which is packaging. And they both use pretty clear, for the most part, plastic containers. Although the Clinique one is a little bit more opaque. I do recommend keeping both of these in a cabinet when you're not using them, just to prevent the sunlight from zapping the good stuff in there. But you know what I do like about the Klairs packaging is that it has all the ingredients on there. So if you're just in the middle of your routine and, oh, does this have licorice root? Oh, it does. I love that. I wish every product had that because it would just be so much more handy. I don't know. Do you guys think so? Maybe you don't. Maybe just look at it on the box and you're good. But it's nice to have that reference, especially when you're an ingredient dork like I am. So I do like that. So maybe that gets the ball to them. They don't get a point, but they get the ball. Like on the 10-yard line. Okay, on to my second criteria, which is alcohol. Both are free from denatured or drying types of alcohol, so no issues with that. Very nice job. Clinique's Hydrating Moisture Surge line is a little bit better because some of their other toners, like their 3-step series of toners, I think almost every single one of those has a lot of denatured alcohol in them. So something to keep in mind, but the Moisture Surge lotion does not. So that's a nice thing. Then when we come to my next criteria, fragrance, obviously the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner Unscented has no fragrance. Although if you get the one with the dark bottle, that does have fragrance in it. So that's why I recommend picking up the unscented version. And the Clinique Moisture Surge lotion is also unscented and has no real noticeable scent. So I think everything from Clinique's Moisture Surge line is unscented. And their turnaround line is pretty much unscented as well. It's a great kind of starting line if you're newer into skincare or you're young. Clinique, that's how I that was my first products when I was younger, was Clinique. It's a decent starting place. Although it's pricey, so nowadays there's just so many more options. You don't have to go to the mall to buy it. You can just buy it all online. So, okay, so that one was a tie. We've got 3 ties. And then manufacturing location. The Klairs is made in Korea. No issues with that. The Clinique is made in the UK. No issues with that. I'll also do a pH test. Both of these, so ease of use. So the Klairs is probably easiest if you just pat it onto your skin. Put it into the palm of your hand and pat on your skin. Because it has a little bit thicker texture to it. It's not like as watery as other products are. And this toner is more like a kind of an essence. It's just a little bit thicker. It's easiest if you just pat it onto your skin and not use a cotton pad. But you can apply it with a cotton pad as well if that's what you prefer. But I think it just absorbs better and you don't waste a cotton pad applying it that way. So let me do a quick pH test of it here. Although I'm sure it says the pH on the bottle. But let me just do the test because I've got the little strips, which are so fun. Okay, so pH for the Klairs looks to be about 5, maybe just a notch under 5. So no issues with that. The Clinique, also, you can apply this one to a cotton pad. It's a little bit more watery than the Klairs, but it's still a little bit thicker than most other toners. So you can apply it on a cotton pad, or you can just pat it onto your skin. That's probably the easiest way. This one's just a little bit less thick than the Klairs. And let me do a quick pH test of this one as well. But out of Clinique, I think this is probably my favorite toner of theirs. Their turnaround, the blue bottle toner lotion is pretty good. So this one looks to be almost about the exact same, right about 5. So no issues at all with that. And my hands are so dry. I'm just going to smooth them into my skin because they're so dry. Okay, so both are very easy to use. They both absorb after about a minute or so. And don't rinse them off. Move on to the next part in your routine. So no issues with ease of use for either of them. They're pretty much the same, so I gave them a tie for this one. Now we get into the fun stuff, which is what I love talking about. Beneficial ingredients, the good stuff that you want in your skincare routine. So the Klairs, we've got quite a list for both of these. The Klairs, we've got sodium hyaluronate, Beta-Glucan, Centella Asiatica, Betaine, licorice root, vitamin E, Panthenol, Arginine, Luffa fruit, Althea rose, purslane, proline, lysine, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, and copper peptide. So it's a pretty long list, which features hydrating ingredients, soothing ingredients, antioxidants. It's a pretty well-rounded product, which is nice to see something that features a little bit of everything. So if you've got, you know, a couple skin issues that you want to treat, this one has a good list of good things which will help brighten it, help with your hydration levels, help your skin fight off pollution, things like that. So they did a very good job on their ingredient list, and I'm very impressed with it. And if you've watched any of my other videos or seen my review, you know it's one of my favorites. So can't go along without that. Okay, the Clinique ingredient list. So I'll start off. Bamboo, which is going to be huge, I think, in the next year or two. I'm already starting to see it show up in more and more products, and I'm excited. The Keep Cool brand, which has a lot of bamboo products, finally got delivered, so I'm having so much fun playing with those. So bamboo's in here. We've got pea extract, and then we've got some of the typical things that we always see in Clinique products. Barley is in there, algae is in there, St. Paul's wort is always in there, caffeine, another second form of algae. Then we've got lactobacillus ferment, we've got a peptide, acetylglucosamine, squalane, urea, and regular glucosamine. So overall, you see a lot of the same things in the Clinique stuff. It's always barley, St. Paul's wort, those caffeine, they're almost in every Clinique or Estee Lauder product. So overall, for beneficial ingredients, the Klairs had a bit more and a bit wider variety, and not the typical ones you see in every product. So I was pretty impressed with the Klairs list of beneficial ingredients, so I gave them the clear point. So currently we've got 5 ties and 1 point to Klairs. So let's continue on with acneogenic ingredients. So the Klairs, despite having a really long, good list of ingredients, it is fungal acne safe. So that's pretty impressive. And then the only other ingredient of note is butylene glycol, which is in everything. So for the most part, the Klairs is very friendly for fungal acne or acne-prone skin. And then let's talk about the Clinique. This one's got a longer list. So butylene glycol is in there, squalane, polysorbate 20, which is fungal acne trigger, stearic acid, another fungal acne trigger, and then trigger. Did I say trigger? Trigger, yeah. What the heck am I thinking of? I was thinking of Tigger, like Tigger the Tigger the lion from Winnie the Pooh. I don't know. Never mind. Edit that out. Okay, then we've got glyceryl stearate, another fungal acne trigger, and hexylene glycol. So overall, if acne is a major concern of yours, the Klairs is just so much more friendly for so many more reasons. So they easily get this point, and they are ahead 2 points over the Clinique. And the next category is also not going to be friendly to Clinique, and that is cruelty-free status. Klairs brand is cruelty-free. A lot of their products are vegan. No issues with that. Clinique, not cruelty-free, owned by Estee Lauder, and maybe at some point they'll be cruelty-free, but I don't see that happening anytime soon with this brand. So overall, this point easily went to Klairs. Okay, the next round is performance. You know, let me just compare my hand where I put them both. I don't know. They're both very dry. This is the hand with the Klairs. This is the hand with the Clinique. And the Klairs just looks way more plump than the one with the Clinique lotion on it. And it even looks much more hydrated than the Clinique hand. Okay. Let's talk then specifically about the Klairs. Klairs does a great job hydrating my skin, healing irritated skin, helping prevent breakouts, brightening skin, helping with redness, helping with flakiness. If I overdo it on something, there's a couple products I instantly go to. One is the Cosrx Snail Cream. The other one is the Klairs Essence Lotion. So obviously for performance, it's a standout product. Clinique does a nice job of boosting skin hydration, helping prevent flakiness. Doesn't do much else for redness, irritation, things like that. So when my skin is irritated, the Klairs is one thing I go to instantly along with the Cosrx. So for performance, both are great, but the Klairs just does a bit better, especially if you have fine lines, wrinkles, or are looking to add a bit of plumpness. It does a great job. So overall, Klairs gets this point as well. And this is in football terms, what would this be? Like, this would be like the Patriots playing. Patriots like one of the best teams, although they cheat a lot. Anyway, I won't talk about that anymore, because it's not a sports show. It's like the Patriots playing like the worst team in the league. Because Klairs is kicking Clinique's bottom right now.
The Lions.
The Lions? Yeah, they always are kind of bad. Sorry, people from Michigan and Detroit. It's not your fault. You know what? The Vikings, they're never that great anyway, so. Okay, on to price. So, Klairs full size 6 ounces retails for $20. Clinique is 6.7 ounces. God, this ball just looks way more gigantic than that. But it is 6.7 ounces, and this one is, let me double check again, 6. I don't know. Does that not look like 8 times the size? Anyway, and the Clinique is $35, and you just get a small amount more. So overall, the Klairs is more affordable, and you can almost always find it on sale on one of the K-Beauty sites. And then the last round is the It Factor Klairs. It's been one of my favorite toners for a long time. Love the fragrance-free option and alcohol-free. It's affordable. Does a great job boosting hydration, never causes breakouts, cruelty-free. Has so many great things going for it. The Clinique, it's a great toner, probably the best toner Clinique has. It does a nice job hydrating skin. I wish it was a little bit more affordable, maybe a little bit more antioxidants, and cruelty-free would be a nice bonus as well. But overall, the Klairs just far and away did a great job with this matchup. So the Klairs has 11 points, and the Clinique has 5 from the ties. So that says something about it. So anyway, I'm interested in hearing your guys' thoughts if you've tried both of them or one of them. Or if you have a toner that's better, definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for the next matchup. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow.